Hey plant friends, welcome back to my channel, Planty Princess 92. My name is Ashley. Today I have a really exciting unboxing. I have two Wishlist Hoyas in this box. I did get this from a seller on Etsy, so like always, I will definitely leave the shop in the description below for you guys to check out this shop yourself. I really did like a lot of the plants and the condition of a lot of the plants in the pictures from this shop. I did read a lot of the reviews and it seems to be a very reputable seller. So that's what made me decide to order these Hoyas from this particular shop. They were both unrooted. This shop is out of Texas. They had a really bad storm there, so I ordered them in the beginning of February and they didn't ship till just recently. It is the beginning of March. So they were on hold for 1 month. So I don't know what the roots are looking like now, if anything new had developed. But when I purchased them, they were just cuttings, no roots, which I normally do not go for. But like I said, this shop was very reputable, and the condition in the pictures of all of her plants, or all of their plants, looked very well taken care of. So I decided to go ahead and give it a shot because I thought I found these two Hoyas for really good prices, and I just figured I'd go for it. Let's get into this box and see what's inside. Now I did pay extra for a heating pack as well as extra insulation. The heating pack I think was $2 or $3, and the extra insulation as well was $2 or $3. My order came to $182 with tax and shipping. I paid a little extra for priority shipping because if you go with standard shipping from this shop, if anything arrives dead, no refunds or replacements are available unless you upgrade to a higher shipping level. So I definitely chose to do that just in case. So the packaging looks very nice, actually very professional. My plants looked like they were very cozy for their trip. And like I said, they are in this extra insulation. The heat pack's all the way at the bottom. And it's not warm anymore. This was in the mail for maybe 3 days. It was scheduled to ship by February 28th. And today is the 5th, I believe. I don't think it shipped till the day later. I think that's when the shipping label was printed. So either way, it wasn't in the mail too long, but it was in the mail a little longer than the heat pack was warm, obviously. But that's what the extra insulation is for, which I'm super glad that I purchased it. It was definitely worth that extra $3, especially because it was in the mail longer than the heat pack was available to keep the plants warm. So I would definitely recommend that, especially if you're in the colder regions. So they were both wrapped up together inside that insulation. Okay, so I don't know which one to open first. I did just do an unboxing, a Hoya haul on importing Hoyas from Thailand. One of these Hoyas was in that order. And I believe it was the only Hoya in that order that was on my wish list. So if you watch that video, then you know what Hoya I'm talking about. So I hope I get that one first to keep the suspense building for you guys until I open the next Hoya on my wish list. So let's see if this works out for me. We're gonna go ahead with whichever plant this is. They're not labeled, so I'm just guessing out of sheer luck. The packages do feel a little bit moist, so I'm not sure. It feels like they're in like little cups, but the paper feels moist a little bit. Not like drenched, but it just feels a little bit moist, but it doesn't look moist, so I don't know. Anyways, Okay, so this is the first one. It did work out. That is so crazy, right? It's gorgeous. Let me get this off of here so you guys can see the leaves really nice and up close. So these are put in little plastic cups with sphagnum in it. There's cotton in there to kind of keep the foliage from getting damaged. And then the cotton is taped in there to keep it from moving and shifting around. So, oh, that's neat. Also, there's like a little plant toothpick in there, plant bobby pin to hold the plant down in the sphagnum. So the sphagnum is still wet, which is a plus. So anyways, this is the Hoya Macrophylla Pot of Gold. Like I said, I did just unbox 3 of these in my last order. I definitely am loving the way this one looks. It's so bright and vibrant. One of the other ones I had, though, did have a little bit of pink in it, which I totally did enjoy because I love to see that coloration coming out in my variegated plants. But this one looks nice and healthy. The leaves look very, very vibrant in color, as I just mentioned. I'm going to take her out of here to see what's going on with the roots because I am curious after an extra month if we have anything new going on. Okay, so still after a month of rooting, we still have no roots, which just makes me the littlest bit nervous. So no roots yet, but the cutting is very pretty. The leaves, this one is starting to get a little bit wrinkly. I don't know if you can catch that. That makes me nervous because I know when they start to get like that, that's when they kind of get to the point where they are going to fall off. This other one, though, it still feels like it has the sturdiness, stiffness to it. It's getting a tiny bit of wrinkle on the back along this side here. Again, I don't know if you can see that. But other than that, this leaf still looks good. It's just this one that looks like we might lose it. So we'll see. I'm going to stick it back in here. And honestly, I will not be bothering this plant until I see new growth and I can tell that she has finally rooted. I do really like this little toothpick thing though. I think that's really neat. I never saw any of this before. Never saw one of these before. Now, I just don't know what to do. I mentioned before in some of my other videos that I just don't have a good luck rooting in sphagnum. I think maybe my problem is I keep it too wet. I don't know. So I don't know if I should leave it in here or put it in leca or put it in water. I just don't know what to do. I wish I showed you this before I put this in. I love the speckling on the stem. I'm going to try to show you through the cup. So at the top of the cup here on the back of this little leaf stem, there is a bit of speckling on that stem. I love the way that looks running right down here. It's gorgeous. If it didn't come on camera, I'll definitely insert a couple pictures so you guys can check that out. So now we'll go ahead and open the second one. This is another Hoya on my wish list. After this Hoya, that leaves one Hoya left on my wish list for 2020. That I definitely hope that I will come across again. I did find one in an auction on eBay that I do this all the time. I ended up forgetting about it. And when I went back to go check on it to see if it was time for me to make a bid, it was sold. I do that all the time and I get so upset with myself. But that's all right. I feel like it was meant to happen and I'll come across another one because honestly, I really didn't care for that specific cutting too much or that specific plant too much, but I wanted to take advantage of the opportunity. But that's okay. Oh, this is pretty, but it looks a little damaged. So this is the Hoya Rangsan. We do have a little bit of damage back here, and it's also on the front of this leaf. I am not even going to mess with this one because I can already tell that leaf is looking like it's about to fall off. I will take this cotton out so you can see the foliage though, because obviously I wouldn't leave that on anyways. But this is why I don't like to buy unrooted cuttings, especially of Hoyas. Like maybe for an aeroid I would do it because aeroids are relatively easy to root. And Hoyas kind of are too in some sense, but the leaves just fall off so easily. I feel like once they get that wrinkle to them, they're done for. And it just makes me nervous. I really want to see if this one has rooted at all, but I'm kind of scared to take her out. I think I would just be better off just to wait a little longer. You know what? We're going to do it. I don't really think it'll make a difference as long as I handle it carefully. I feel a little bit of like tug on it, so maybe there is a root in this one. Okay, that makes me feel a little better. So this one did root. I'm not going to pull that sphagnum off. This one did start to root in the last month, which is a great sign. We have a couple little roots here. This one is actually pretty long. So that makes me confident that even if this leaf does fall off, that it does have a root system starting, so it will start to grow. But anyways, look at that beautiful leaf. It is gorgeous. I love the silver to it. And I love the bright, vibrant green behind that silver. I love the shape of the leaf. It is just gorgeous. It's a medium-sized leaf, and honestly, you can also kind of faintly see the veins running along from bottom to tip of the leaf. It does look really nice. I really do like that. I'm starting to get more into those like really veiny Hoyas. So even when the veins are subtle, I still appreciate being able to see the pop of the vein through the leaf, which looks really gorgeous. So I did end up getting two really nice cuttings. Obviously, I knew what they looked like before I purchased them. I'm pretty happy with the way they came through, and I have lots of confidence that these will both do just fine. Like I said, and like you saw, this one already started rooting. I'm hoping this one will start to root in the next week or two. We will see. I'm going to leave it in the sphagnum. I've decided if it doesn't start to root within the next week or two, I will definitely go ahead and take it out, maybe put it in some water, put it in some leca. We'll see. This one, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to leave it in here for another week or two. And then by the time I transfer that one, I'll transfer this one because this one already has a little bit of roots to it. So thank you guys again for joining me in another video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're interested in the content I provide. And as always, every plant's a princess. Bye.